Are you not entertained? Let's go. Get those moves. Oh, yeah.
Naughty America.
There they call it a football.
Quick five. Yeah. We should all start that.
Is Tao not actually straight? Thank you to HUEL for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. What up, fellow reject? We're here to watch Heartstopper Season 1. Was it 5 and 6?
5 and 6, baby.
Feeling all right?
Feeling good. It's been a good day, productive day. Seen some good stuff. I'm excited to continue having our hearts warmed. How are you?
I'm feeling good right now, and I want to keep that feeling going by watching this feel-good show.
Hey.
So let's go.
Oh, no. No.
Hand over. Thank you.
Game night.
Nearly midnight. Can we please call it a draw?
No, because I'm clearly winning. I just have unlucky rolls.
No, I'm winning because I have more money.
John taught me how to play Monopoly.
We should live
You
stream
only
the
have
game.
more money because you know all the Monopoly
fun.
cheats.
You can't cheat at Monopoly.
Oh my god.
That's
You can cheat at Monopoly.
Draw?
If you have a Monopoly,
Draw.
that's cheating.
Thank God.
I would literally be so annoyed.
I just don't like Nick. I've seen him with those nasty 11s at the school game. If they say anything mean to Charlie, I'm going to crush them.
Crush them.
Verbally.
Doesn't sound like the safest tactic.
I don't like playing safe. Crisp.
Crisp, for you Americans out there, is a chip.
Fine. If it'll make you stop talking about it.
Am I not being entertaining enough?
No, you're not. You're being annoying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you not entertained?
Should I perhaps perform a piece of interpretive dance? Would that be less annoying?
That wasn't
Lucid,
exactly what I had in mind.
Too late. You've said it now.
Oh. Let's go. Get those moves.
This is worse.
I just think you can't recognize the talent when you see it.
Follow that muse.
Witness my incredibly erotic dance move.
Oh, yeah. He's crushing.
Stop it.
Do I even want to know? Ow.
Oh.
I was thinking of inviting Nick to my birthday.
I like how
on
the music's
Saturday. I really
naturally
want him to
lowering
come,
on its
but
own.
I don't want to be awkward or weird for any of you since you don't really know him.
I assumed he was coming anyway.
I'd forgive him for knocking over my Monopoly game.
Oh, he is lovable.
I
I can't wait for the deep dive episode on that friend.
About our date. See, I wasn't sure if... Are you okay?
What happened on social media?
My dog died last night.
Oh. Well, now's not the time.
So sorry.
He was really old. so
That
like,
is
we knew
more
it was
painful
coming.
than what I'm going to tell you.
I loved him so much. This is the worst week ever.
Yeah.
What were you going to say about our date?
Nothing.
So, should
just
we
skip to the
at
second and third
Nando's for
one.
dinner, and then we could go to the cinema?
Cheeky Nando's.
Okay.
Most people in the UK do call it cinema, actually.
Go to the cinema. It sounds so high class.
So it's kind of my birthday on Saturday.
Kind of.
Me and my friends are going bowling, and I was going to ask if you wanted to come. I know you don't really know them, so you don't have to. Yes.
Nick and Charlie, keep it down, please.
Thanks for giving me barely any time to get you a present. You don't have to get me a present. No, I am gonna. I'm serious.
It's my Nick in a box.
You alright, mate? Hyped for your date on Saturday.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I'm in with all the
Imogen, tell me
bros
your
here.
views on
I'm always laughing.
So if we meet there at 4, then we can play 2 games and then get some food and then hang around the arcade for a bit.
Oh, boys, watch this.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, bro.
You better stand up.
Watch out, Nozzle.
Ooh, nice.
What? Are you best friends with these weird little year 10s?
Just stop picking on people for no reason.
They're a year younger than you.
You gay for them?
Classic Harry. Life must be really hard when your only personality trait is rich bellend.
Oh, he ain't smiling no more.
Tao, nice pulls.
I know you're trying to help, but you're making things worse.
We have to show Harry that he can't just walk all over us.
It's more complicated than that.
Yeah.
It's not them versus us.
Because of Nick.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can look after himself.
I really don't want him to be dragged into this.
Oh, well, we can't possibly hurt your new best friend, Nick Nelson.
Oh, buddy. Know you're feeling left out. Feel like things are changing. Trying to see from Charlie's perspective. Oh. Oh, boy.
Maybe there's so much Tao doesn't understand, too, and
Yeah.
or know about. I feel like Tao's heart's in the right place, though.
Had a good day, Nicky.
This is the most I've liked Tao so far.
What's up?
I said I'd go on a date with this girl.
That's right, Olivia Colman.
I kind of also agreed to go to Charlie's birthday party on the same day.
Oh, do you like this girl?
Her dog died,
Ah, not following.
and she was really upset. And I felt bad, and she asked me out, and I didn't know how to say no. And I tried to tell her we probably shouldn't go out.
So many women have been in this position with me.
Because I didn't want to upset her when she was already crying.
They don't know how to just say no.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're just that enticing of a guy.
No, it's the pity I give.
So your dog's always dying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you shouldn't go out with someone just because you feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Don't
I
worry.
got my wife.
The right girl will come along. Just you wait.
People love when you do that.
Where's his dad? There's a fact about dad I'm forgetting.
There is. Then we're both forgetting.
I feel like single parents in real life always remind you where the other parent is.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, they have Raw Thrills Jurassic Park as well?
Oh, wow.
They have like a lot of the same arcades we have.
I said you didn't have to get me any. And I ignored you. Come on. Am I the first one here?
Yeah,
No,
this
you're actually the last.
birthdays.
Being 17.
And me.
Hey, man.
I feel like I know her from somewhere.
Should have been in your
Take a
year, but
cruising?
moved to Hicks. That's Isaac. He doesn't say a lot, but he's really nice.
Isaac.
And you know Tal. Sorry in advance if he says anything rude to you. That's just the way he is.
Okay.
He's just rude.
Ready to meet them?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, don't trust John Wick lighting. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a big fight scene.
Everyone, this is Nick.
Bisexual John Wick lighting.
Good. We're just choosing for names for the board.
Yeah, and for the record, L Smells was Tal's idea.
You at least try to get to know him.
Try.
Hey, man, maybe the group will get a 5th member.
It's hard for him to not be true to himself. That's hard.
Damn, I've never seen a soccer bowling ball.
There they call it a football.
Football.
I love bowling.
You do love bowling. You love bowling. You love an arcade.
Yeah, so a bowling arcade
Laser
is kind of
tag?
ideal for
Bowling arcade. Hell yeah. If you could get a bowling, arcade, laser tag, mini golf all in one. Oh, hug.
If you just use your tongues, no one will suspect.
Yeah.
Just broing out with your tongues.
Yeah. Slap me some tongue, bro.
Lick 5.
Yeah. We should all start that.
I was so close.
I've never seen bowling pins connected to strings like that.
Every once in a while, but not commonly, yeah.
You've got an unfair advantage.
I thought you liked my arms.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready for round 2?
I'm just going to find the bathroom.
Is Tao not actually straight?
I can't tell. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like Tal's crushing on Elle.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
About?
So, like, open-mindedly, maybe sort of
It's his
straight, queer,
birthday.
sort
I
of.
have to.
Oh boy.
You need to stop this thing with Nick Nelson. He's going on a date with this girl. I heard him agree to it after that rugby match the other week. That can't be true. Don't believe me. I'm clearly just lying for fun.
I'm going to go and get some more chips, actually. Do you guys want anything?
Can you get me a Coke? I'll pay.
American
No, I'll get it,
chips
it's fine.
and fries.
Isaac?
There's nothing wrong with chips, though.
I'll also accept a can of Coke if you're paying.
Okay, all right. I'll be back in a minute.
Thanks.
Chips?
And now you're gonna tell me I'm just being jealous because you made a new friend and I'm scared of being alone.
Sounds true.
Aren't you? No, just don't like seeing him mess with you.
Do you really think he's messing you around?
He's my friend.
Oh.
If he is even slightly mean to you, you'll murder him. I know.
Yeah.
I have to say, I sent him a strongly worded DM, but murder's fine too.
Were you really going to say I'll send him a strip?
Not really word DM. No, I
don't
thought
think-
murder was.
I don't think that was going to be your sentence.
Hi. Hi. Are you getting more food?
Oh. Oh. Oh, buddy. Oh. Such a steady word.
He's such a softie.
I believe in you.
Such a sweet punctuation on that scene. Hey!
Why am I so bad?
Well, your arms are basically twigs.
Ah, how dare you? I'm a very muscular individual.
Yes.
How did you do that? I don't know. You're very good at it. Thank you.
Oh, he's feeling left out and alone. Oh, go talk to him. Yeah.
Kick his ass.
Yeah, write him that DM.
Good game.
Good game.
Chip.
Thanks.
I love how for like a rugby player, he's like not that tough in confrontation.
Yeah. Hey, man. It's one thing throwing elbows into someone's nose. It's a whole different thing having emotions.
I don't know if this thing with Charlie is a joke or not, but for some reason he really likes you, and you're messing with him, and I will not tolerate it. So consider this your final warning.
Jesus Christ.
Stand up to him.
Yeah, you're right. You're a good friend.
I know.
Oh.
Come on.
Yes.
No way.
2? Aw, damn.
Okay, I'm almost out of money now.
Almost busted a double nut.
Don't look at me. I'm not giving you more just so you can lose again.
Fine. I
used to be
see
so
how it
good at
is.
those, and I haven't won it.
I won a Bart Simpson plush in a crane game. One of my greatest achievements.
I once won an Xbox 360.
What?
So I kind of overheard you and Tal.
Never seen anyone win one of those.
Wasn't even in the box.
Just dropped it into the box, into the prize area.
Cords and everything.
I wanted to say sorry about the date with Imogen thing. She just asked me out, and I was so surprised, and all our mates were watching and expecting me to say yes, and I was such an idiot. I just blurted out yes because I didn't know how to say no without embarrassing her and confusing all our mates. And then her dog died.
Oh.
And I felt really bad for her, and I'm so sorry.
Isn't that what you always tell me not to say?
I really like him.
But I've actually done something
really,
bad.
really like him, Nick.
It's not like we're, officially dating or anything.
But we could be.
I'm gonna make it right with Imogen. I'm gonna tell her I don't like her like that.
Or get her a new dog.
Problem solved all around.
I wish I'd met you when I was younger.
Yeah?
I wish I'd known then what I know now.
That feeling never goes away.
Are you gonna open my present then?
Yeah, as long as you don't mind.
Oh, I kind of want to see your reaction.
Get on video.
Whoa!
Gift unboxing.
I genuinely didn't have time to go out and buy you something.
So I stole this.
Handmade.
Oh.
That was just one of my favourite days. I really like you.
You like me?
Wasn't that obvious? Do you like me?
Yes, obviously.
Why are we like this?
God, I really wish I was gay.
I know.
Rocketman.
Yeah, dude.
I want to kiss you so bad right now.
My wife would probably like me more, too.
Get to guest star on a podcast way more.
Okay.
You don't have to.
I want to.
You sure?
Yeah.
And Tao's going to show up and be like, you're not using tongue.
Yeah. Stop leading him on with your tongue. Oh.
Expecting you to come.
Lovely little ascending harmony.
We need to find a basketball machine.
I keep having to train my brain out of the constant paranoia that, like, oh no, wait, someone was watching. Okay. No, that's Nick. All right, fine.
I like how they don't feel at all like a cliche or they don't feel like a trope. They don't even feel like a play on a trope,
Oh, my dude.
I thought, that's awkward. I wouldn't check my phone all night.
Send that message and then check back tomorrow.
I thought Nick might be a little bit more play on a trope just because of like.
Literally, how do you always beat me?
I don't know what to tell you. I was just born to race.
You want to get slushies?
God, yes.
Dude, Mario Kart.
He's spending all his time with him.
Quick.
Come on. Come on.
Aww. Tao's definitely in a Charlie. That's what that scene's talking. Yeah.
Oh. It's so sweet. So sweet.
I was born to kill aliens.
You are. Really the star of like.
Diegetic stars and non-diegetic stars.
Oh my God, is this Nellie?
I'm really sorry about your dog. I thought Nellie might cheer you up a bit.
Thank you.
Actually, it's making me sadder.
Sorry about yesterday.
Aw.
It's okay.
Imogen, you're a really nice person. I don't like you like that. I just don't think we really fit together. I'm not sure that I fit with you or
Any girl.
other people in our friend group.
We've been friends for so long, we hung out every morning.
Tell her.
Do you ever feel like you're only doing things because everyone else is?
Huh.
And you're
Everyone's
scared to
covering
change.
Heartstopper right now.
That's right.
Do something that confuse or surprise people. Your real personality has been like
You talking about jumping out of a cake?
buried inside you for a really long time. I guess that's how I've been feeling recently.
Fascinating.
I think you should pick it up on it.
Sorry, that probably makes no sense.
No, I think I get it.
Oh.
Thanks for being honest.
Every time I think there's going to be like a massive blowout conflict or something.
I'm starting to learn about romances that like
We were better as friends.
catastrophe is rarely lurking as much as just more down to earth problems and
I
resolutions.
just think I can do better.
Wow. Covers it. All right, Imogene's all right.
Hello, Reject. It is now 2026, and I've been thinking a lot about what health actually means to me right now, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. Last year, I made a big deal about dropping like 50 pounds, all because I wanted to get those dang photos, and afterwards I was going to go back to like whatever lifestyle I wanted. And you know how it goes. Life gets stressful. Food is my main outlet, especially Saturday nights. When I say binge, I mean I binge. It's a real, some people think like I'm doing that exaggerating thing, but it's not. It's bad. Eating just crap until I fall asleep, and then waking up the next day filled with regret, then trying to walk it all off over the course of 2 days. So instead of going more extreme this year, I'm focused on something much more sustainable, a lifestyle I can actually maintain. And a big part of when I felt my best was when I was using a lot of this stuff like the HUELs and everything. Brought a lot from home just for today's video. I even grabbed the variety pack so I could have more of these like different flavors. I really like this chocolate peanut butter one. So you're literally looking at my rotation. I got the HUEL ready to drink. I got the bottles that I bring here at the office ready to go. I got the Black Edition powder. I got like a wide variety of flavors, and these are my go-tos. And I am vegetarian and allergic to dairy, so I'm actually really happy that this is all plant-based, created by registered nutritionists, affordable per serving, and it removes decision fatigue when I'm on the go, in a rush, or when stress fatigue is really high. So if you're like me and you want something consistent without overthinking it, check out HUEL using the link and the QR code on screen. You can use my code REJECTS for 15% off orders over $50, new customers only, minimum spend required. And yes, this is an ad. However, this is something I have genuinely come back to. So thank you, HUEL, for sponsoring this video. Oh, that's easy. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Def. Bros.
Mamma Mia.
Actually, that's a real game.
Oh, I've seen that 4 times this year already.
Oh, well, I don't know. You think of something, I'm going to dish up the pizza.
Have you seen Brokeback Mountain?
No. All I know is that one guy can't quit the other guy. Oh, but I'm a
got it.
cheerleader. That's right.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The Babadook.
It's a classic. What do you think?
Yeah.
Watch a
Blue's
3-hour
the
movie.
warmest color.
Do you remember that summer when you were like 11 and we had to watch this every evening?
It wasn't every evening.
It definitely was, because I could quote it word for word by the end of it. And then knew it was because you loved Keira Knightley.
Mum.
What? She's a very pretty girl.
Please stop talking.
You loved.
I had such a crush on her when I was younger.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my.
Blacksmith sounds.
Then I realized she wasn't my type.
Uh-oh.
That's what it came down to.
She wasn't good enough for me.
Yeah.
So I moved on. Oh no, he was looking at Orlando. Tell her.
I was about 14 when I realized I was bisexual.
I was looking at Orlando too.
I had a best friend at the time and we were completely inseparable. And one day we shared a kiss and I didn't feel weird about it.
Oh.
I felt incredibly right. I always felt like I had these feelings for girls up to that point, but all of a sudden I started having feelings for guys too.
This is a real creator.
And that's when I realized I'm bisexual.
He's pretty.
Oh my god, are you going to be a whole discovery of identity? Goes.
He's on a quest to understand his identity.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh wow, they super public.
Oh shit, dude, with the rainbow flag and all. You don't look like a lesbian. Oh god.
This is a conversational lunchtime gathering we've got going on here. Are you looking at Timothy Chalamet's Instagram again?
Hell yeah.
Probably texting Tao. I can text my friends if I want to.
Lurking on Tao.
Interesting. Interesting indeed. What are you implying? What do you think I'm implying?
Tao's a lesbian.
I think I have a crush on Tao. Oh my god, I literally knew it. Shut up. It's not like I can say anything to him. He's my best friend.
Yeah, you don't know that.
You don't even want to try telling... No, can we just talk about something else?
Ugh,
boring.
That's gotta be scary, though. That's gotta be so scary.
Watch out, dick nozzle. If you want my attention that badly, why don't you just throw something at me again? Like your last remaining brain cell?
Hey. I got three brain cells.
So scientifically accurate.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Good.
Next time, hurt his body. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I love compliments like that as a compliment.
One day I'll get me. Mind the door.
Yes.
Locks you into ledge.
That's how doors work.
You realise this is the room? The room?
I like how all the art rooms are like havens.
What's going on? Are you okay?
Oh.
Tara Darcy. I know it's nice to sit and gossip with your friends, but you're both late for rehearsal.
Uh-oh.
Guess there's still one person that doesn't know we're a couple. Like, literally the only person in a 50-mile radius, I swear to God. I never would have guessed that you were gay, but it's so cool and brave of you.
Oh, no.
Man, what?
Sitting up.
Take her whole identity.
Yeah. That's all people are going to see you as right now.
I think Trim and Higgs should just combine into one giant school. Yeah, same-sex schools are a pointless idea generally. I'm saying that as an absolute lesbian. She's so gross.
Lesbians are so disgusting.
Wow.
I swear people weren't like this before we came now. Want me to throw cheese at them? Got leftover cheese from lunch. No.
Do it.
Why do you have leftover cheese? Always pays to be prepared with anti-homophobia cheese.
That's my favorite kind of cheese.
I had a question.
She's so much less
I just
jaded
wondered,
by
how
it.
did you realise you were gay?
No, affected by it. Then Tara.
I guess I've always been sort of aware of it, even when I was
Your
really young.
DNA
I didn't
does.
understand it at the time, but
23andG for gay.
it's always been boys. I'm guessing you didn't feel the same when you were little.
I don't know what I am.
You don't have to figure it out right now. I didn't just wake up one day like, oh look, guess I'm gay now.
It's not a choice.
Well, I'm sorry for being all confused.
I thought I was the one who said sorry too much.
Oi.
Yeah.
Do you
Doggo over here
want to
doing the
kiss? Would that help? Just a suggestion.
Wow.
Well, if you're not interested,
Okay, hang on.
Love the framing of this scene.
It's a good suggestion.
Overhead and close-ups.
Aw.
Yeah. You afraid?
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
So understanding.
One day you'll have a crush on a guy, the next day you have a crush on a girl, and you're just sitting there going, which one is it? Make a choice. And then you realise there isn't a choice. It's a combination of the both. Like, you can have both and it be okay.
I wonder if that's a second video or the same video and he's watching it again.
He paused it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll come back to this. I'll
Okay.
bookmark this.
Yeah, I will live life
I
until
can't
learn
believe you
the
get the
lessons.
whole
and
day
say-
off to rehearse for this. Sometimes playing a musical instrument has its benefit.
Can I come?
Why?
Because you're performing.
Hey.
You've probably got way more interesting things to do.
Charlie, come on. Your drum kit still isn't set up.
Let's go.
You're in the orchestra too?
Yeah.
I have literally no musical ability. Charlie tried to teach me the drums once, and I am absolutely crap.
It's very charming, though.
You and Charlie getting along well then?
Yeah. Actually, we're sort of going out.
Whoa! My man!
Not official or anything, but
Yeah, I'm not out yet, but...
Whoa!
please don't tell anyone, though.
No, of course. It's funny how things stand out between us.
What do you mean?
You know what? Come on.
I mean, when we were 13, I thought we were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend forever.
Oh!
Cool.
Good match. Damn.
What a
Nice.
fun match, God.
Are you and Darcy out to your friends then?
Since I posted on Insta, a couple of people already knew. Darcy!
Having lunch with your boyfriend today? No, I'm waiting for your mum, actually.
Yeah. I would love if Tao just becomes the school bully to that guy.
I love how that guy, every time Tao has a comeback, he just has no comeback
He's
to Tao.
no one's ever stepped to freaking Harry, whatever his name is.
I don't even know what my sexuality is.
That's okay. Tara didn't know she was a lesbian until we kissed like 6 times.
6 times the charm.
You know what we need to do? Double dates. Us and Charlie tomorrow night before the concert. Milkshake.
I like milkshakes.
Good.
Dude, bringing all the boys to the yard.
A lot of people will see you in a different way, and it is a lot to deal with.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, close up.
Are you, like, definitely gay? Or do you think you're bi? When we were 13, I think I did like you.
Hope Tara's not regretting it.
I'm definitely gay. Kissing you was actually one of the things that made me realise I don't like kissing guys.
Aww.
Happy to help.
See you tomorrow?
That sounds really good.
I was that for a lot of girls.
You're kind of the first people I've told about Charlie.
Really?
Yeah.
And
I've
does it feel
primarily
good
made
to
out
have told
with
someone?
lesbians.
It really does.
Takes a little bit of that weight off each time. Share that weight.
You can't come in here. Nick's coming round.
Oh,
No.
I didn't realise you were in a committed relationship.
What? We're not. He's not.
Wow, so not ready to tie the knot yet then.
Shut up. Even if we were together.
Oh. The new Nick is here. The new Nick is here. Always the straw. Why? Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
John, I don't think that was an overreaction.
You're staring.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
Do your homework.
Watch the show.
You know, I was talking to Tara at the rehearsal today. You heard she came out, right?
Yeah, she put it on Insta.
You're the only one who didn't check.
I still don't say Insta.
I told her we're together.
What?
I told her we're going out.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's a really sweet choice.
Are you sure you wanted to?
Yeah.
You didn't just force yourself because I'm out already.
No, I wanted to tell them.
Well, that's a great. It's like he's not telling everybody, but it's a great way to show Charlie that he's serious and he cares. So that's really sweet.
So, how about the concert tomorrow?
Is this show just like people 90% of the time getting along and 10% conflict? Because I'm here for it. If that's the case.
I'm gathering a lot of romance. Yeah.
Milkshakes with them.
They're getting along.
Like a double date?
I've never been on a date.
Me neither. You want to go on one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
You know what the best kind of double dates are? A couple who's not getting along.
Yeah.
Because then you can bitch about them and talk about them when you leave the date.
That's right. You walk out there like, we did better overall.
They need couples therapy.
Yeah. We're looking real good by comparison. Oh, buddy. Oh, he's so sweet.
They're just texting each other? When you are like at that age in school, a lot of people, the intersection usually means people like each other.
Yeah.
They don't know Nick and I are together.
Yeah. Meddling. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling gays.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
The erotic moves. So cute! Stop it!
I thought it was just bribery from Charlie to get me to come to his boring concert thing.
So you're just here for the milkshakes then?
I said what I said.
Oh, so colorful and vibrant and wonderful.
Would you ever play film music?
Yeah, sometimes. I was friends with Charlie first, and then Tal came along as a package deal.
Rude!
Rude.
You're lucky to have me.
Make a cute little pair.
Wow, you go for it.
Plant that seed.
So, we're ordering a second round, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can go and get them, sure.
I'll allow it because the milkshakes are empty.
God, no, that is a crime.
I cannot believe you're disrespecting bubblegum flavour in front of me. Let me try yours.
It was that. Yeah, bubblegum's a tricky one.
Wow.
See? I make good choices.
We should swap.
No, you made your choice.
Okay, well, we can share. We are on a date.
Is that the official rule of dating?
And Tao and Elder.
Sharing drinks.
Uh-oh, cut to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should go on a date, just us. It's all right if you don't want to. Actually, no, sorry, that was stupid.
We should. I'd like that.
Everything's
So
coming up
then,
Millhouse.
after we'd kissed like 6 times? It was 2, but sure. Tara agreed to be.
Love that detail.
That must be how they tell their story.
I think it's because we're friends too. Seems obvious, but you should be really good friends with the person you're dating.
Dude, the hits.
Dropping anvils.
That makes
over
sense.
Tao, can you come help us carry the glasses?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, get in her ear. Get in her ear.
What are you doing? What do you mean? You're clearly trying to set something up between me and Tal.
Tao and I.
Just because you two came out doesn't mean I also want to share all my secrets.
Whoa.
My friendship with him is more important, and if he knew, then things would change, and I've had to deal with enough changes in my life lately.
Sure. Yeah.
Sharing stuff like that changes everything. Not always for the better.
Bubblegum's more interesting. It's more interesting.
Not interrupting anything, am I?
What?
Mom comes for it.
No, we were just chatting.
Okay, then. You take those back. I'll wait for the last two.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did you know this too? The me and Tao thing?
Yeah.
So this whole thing was just a setup?
We thought it would be fun to go on a triple date.
A triple date?
Yeah. You and Tao and Darcy, and...
You and Charlie?
Yeah.
Wow, he's just like slowly coming out to everybody.
Yeah.
You two are together?
Yeah.
Charlie! I'm so...
Everyone but Tao knows.
He's not gonna find out till season 4.
But you didn't have to witness all the months of intense pining.
No! Oh, he's so this is his greatest fear. Being left out from his friends.
Almost immediately after we got together?
Where is well?
What about Tao?
I guess Isaac doesn't have a place in this gathering.
Isaac is a
But he's the only one who
comedic wild card relief.
Oh,
Yeah, but
boy.
you take it the most personal.
Yeah.
Just so you know, the concert's starting in 15 minutes.
Chug, chug, chug. Oh.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because you usually don't get all the instruments in one ear.
That's true. Yeah, if it's a stereo mix.
I really love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, tell him.
But they mean I'm in love with you.
Oh, the one little heart. That is freaking scary.
Sit down, chop chop. Thank you.
5 lights.
Girls, can I have less chatting, more tuning, please? Thank you.
Don't look at her, you'll catch the lesbian disease.
Christ. Nah, man. You saw Halloween Ends. Band geeks are the new football jocks. Oh, dude, Nick's gonna play the recital.
I'm glad you came.
You seem like you didn't want me to.
I'm glad you came.
I thought you were trying not to be rude.
No, I like being with you.
No.
If people guess we were together, they start saying stuff about you, then I really don't want you to have to deal with that.
That's very sweet.
I've been researching about being bisexual. I think that might be me. I'm not sure.
Scary. But
Has
beautiful.
anyone seen Tao?
He's always just like smiling and
Open the
accepting.
doors for the
I
audience.
know. Even that didn't like cast a shadow of doubt like it could have. I don't know. In a more insecure
Just want some
situation.
peace and quiet.
The door!
Oh, Locke's from the inside.
Oh no.
They should never build a door like that.
No signal.
Make
I
any
can't believe
sense.
this is the second time
Trapped
I've
in the
been locked inside my
classroom.
makeup room. Sorry. It's fine. Don't want to do the concert thing anyway.
God, this music room's a dead zone.
Talk to me. Everything's changed since we came out. Do you regret it? No, I just think so many people would suddenly think I'm a completely different person. You came out years ago. I'm not loud and confident about being a lesbian. I could barely say the word lesbian when we started going out. And now, I've got people on my Instagram like, oh my God, you're a lesbian. People giving me funny looks in the corridors, and I wasn't prepared for any of it. And I don't know how to behave anymore, and just want to live my life.
Must be different for a woman, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to chalk it up to like, gay people coming out, but like a woman coming out would probably be different than a guy coming out. They're different.
Just want to live my life.
Rude comments that would come with it and slander.
Oh. Now kick down that door and go play the best damn concert your asses have ever been to.
Seem gay enough to me? Shut up. I think it'll get easier. Yeah, I know.
As they say.
Homophobia! We're in here, we got locked in!
Homophobia! Everyone's here.
They're holding hands. Does Tao notice they're holding hands?
It's not my fault.
Why can't you run?
Thanks, boy. Kiss one time.
No problem. Get her a kiss one time.
Oh.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay. You?
Is there anything you can bullshit your way through in a band? Is that what that is?
That's the first violin, actually. I don't know.
I don't know what the flute is. I don't know what the clarinet is.
I tried to come up with a better punchline to that, and it didn't work out. Stupid. But I believe it is a clarinet. Flute you play this way. It doesn't have as many buttons.
And just so you know, that woman Tara's gay. They're playing the music from the show.
Ha ha ha, nice. Cut to black. We don't even have to worry about the actual performance.
All right, guys. Well, we just watched Heartstopper episode 5 and 6 of season 1. Thank you so much for being here. Prepper, of course. Thank you so much for editing down these highlights. I'm doing this because I can't really hear myself, and sometimes there's an audio connection. So thank you, Prepper, for editing down these highlights. And thank you guys who have been joining our Patreon for this page and other things we cover as well over there, where we do the full reaction watch along. That's where you sync up with your own copy of Heartstopper and help offset monetization hurdles we encounter every single day. It's great. It's great. It's great.
Woo!
You know, I love a slow building copyright claim tumor in my head.
Yes.
And additionally, I want to appreciate the people who have been buying our apparel, rejectnationshop.com. Go check out everything we have to offer over there.
Do it.
Great way to support the Chanel. And that way we can keep taking all those monies and keep converting it to paying those artists. And then we never make a profit. Because we just keep paying them.
There's no money to be made in ethical business handling.
That sucks. Really sucks.
Yeah, it really does pay to cut corners.
It really does. We should cut more corners.
We should. We should give up on some of those ethics.
Tell those artists that too. We're not making any money because I'm paying you. Just look right at them.
You are the reason.
You're the reason. Take it.
Wow. How
Yeah.
do you feel? You're
And
just
then-
trying to deprive a whole bunch of people their livelihoods because of your selfish need to get paid for your art.
And then when they complain about it, I go, wow, you're not grateful.
Yeah, for the opportunity of gracing one of my shirts.
Anyway, John, okay, so the two things that happened here is Tara and other girl whose name I don't remember.
We're getting
Torrance?
close. We're getting there.
Lori? Tara and we'll call her blonde girl. Blonde girl came out. Charlie and Nick are, well, Nick's coming more out and then believes he's bisexual. Charlie and Nick are a little bit more closer to having an official label. It's about the main beats, right? And
Yeah,
Tao
we're
is slowly
trying to
being
set
left
up-
out, and he's going to crack and kill them soon.
He's
is
gonna crack?
What we're leading to. How are you feeling, John?
Season 2, Manhunt for Tao. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. This is such a sweet show. And this couple of episodes, yeah, it's been very fun getting into romance generally as a genre because, you know, we're still learning how these kinds of stories move and what the tropes are like. So I think we're both still kind of in that place where you're like, oh shit, man, what big old shoe is gonna drop? And it's fun sinking into, again, more material like this because the storytelling tenor is different. And so, like, there are conflicts that arise and uncomfortable situations and stuff like that. But part of the fun is, like, the subversion of, like, oh, you think things are going to be catastrophic, when oftentimes they just end up sort of life-scaled in this show's purview, at least in a very kind of charming way. And I know that the spectrum varies, obviously. But for the walk of life that these kids are in, you know, I feel like this has, like, a very cozy and well-tuned blending of really sweet, heart swelling moments, and then moments of actual anguish or uncertainty, figuring out your identity.
Sure.
But yeah, it's not so much tied up in melodrama as it is just in compassionately observing these kids coming of age in a lot of ways. So yeah, this is just kind of gracefully continuing the story, and I do like this budding potential romance between Tao and Elle, partly because that's, I guess, in the classic tradition of, like, in classic romance and comedy, everyone, couples together at the end, all the way back to Shakespeare and before that. So, I could see that being a big thing, is like, oh, we're going to, couple everyone off. Not to say that, that'll be the be-all, end-all. I'm sure other things will arise. But, yeah, I like the different, conversations had about just what the experience is like and what it's like dealing with people who all have their own thoughts about your life and stuff. How did you feel? How are you feeling now?
I'm vibing with the show quite a bit. Like, I like to have, it's nice to have, like, a relaxing, fun show. Like, in the first couple episodes, I was like, okay, I've been in like think smart deep mode, you know.
Yeah.
Analyze. And because the reason I sometimes have to like get in that mode is because I naturally kind of want to like joke around with something and have fun, and that means I'm having a good time with the show.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that oftentimes me having that much fun comes at the expense of the people watching our videos having fun. And it's a shitty feeling when you have that much fun, and then you're like, no one's having fun with me having fun.
Yeah. People are angry at the way I have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun. That's not fun.
Brings out a natural fun way today because you're just the conflict on it is it feels so like slice of life, but also that little bit of heightened comic book world sense that like that comic book high school. I don't know what kind of genre. What's that genre of like slice of like an American Splendor or something where it just feels like lifey. It's like when you watch an anime and it's about volleyball or something,
Yeah,
like what is that like genre where it's you hear a comic book, you'd think like epic action, badass superhero fiction, but there's this other genre where it does feel like slightly heightened, but not really. Like there's a bit of a quirkiness to it. There's a charming quirk.
Yeah, I guess it would be slice of life is the best kind of thing I can come up with I'm sure somebody who knows, comics and various other similar kinds of fiction can tell us, but it does feel like, slice of life. It's like the stakes aren't world-rending or anything like that, and it's a lot of just the, uncertainties and foibles of just trying to make it through the day.
Yeah, it's not like conflict drama heavy, but it's also not void of it,
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would literally be a boring show if there was like none
Everything
of that.
goes well.
Yeah,
There's no reason to think it won't.
Yeah, and a lot of
yeah.
that might feel like preconditioning off of, and who knows, it might go darker. The season might, for all we know, there's 2 more episodes left, and it could end on like an extremely dark note, or the other seasons might be darker. But
Tao is murdered,
or Tao murders.
Oh yeah, there you go. They did set that up.
So I like the feeling the show gives. Like I like watching a show that is dealing with a very familiar subject that we've seen in other mediums. Like a lot of times when you do characters where the main characters are gay, and it's not. I mean, I feel like generally when I think of a story like that, it's usually about the struggles of being gay or the struggles of coming out.
Sure.
And they're doing it in a way that feels poised in today's world, where it's not 100% as like shunned in a lot of parts of life as it once was, but then it also is still like there, and there's this like uncomfortable residual, and there are still some bullying assholes out there.
Yeah.
But you'll also get more defenders now than before. Then you also have like the online world to contend with, who will still say like messed up things, but these people now who will say things messed up online probably might not say it to your face.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of that, and so I like that this world takes that more real high school approach, and it's like refreshing to see it, because every time I feel like it's going to go down a generic route or get bogged down with the same type of trope, like this advancement of their relationship is honestly refreshing. Like this is the biggest thing I could say about the experience with it. There's a lot of refreshingness to it.
Yeah.
From watching like 3 gay things right now, Heated Rivalry and Heartstopper and all the porn I'm watching now, and Interview with the Vampire. Like it's just getting like these subsections, and I'm like, yeah, see, not every gay story has to be the same. Like, you can do it. And not everything has to just be solely about being gay. But I like the way that this story handles it. I'm really enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, well, and I feel like, especially having seen Heated Rivalry recently, watching this, and I am not an expert on, queer media by any stretch, but it does seem like we're in a moment in time where the conversation is slightly more nuanced. Like, I do appreciate that, you could have all of our main characters, except for, Isaac is not a main character, but like everybody who's on the sort of main focus is queer or queer adjacent or somewhere there. And I like that you get multiple views on that. It's like in Heated Rivalry as well as here. You have a character who is definitely, having a homosexual experience, is awakening to that side of themselves, but is also kind of grappling with the idea that, like, okay, maybe I'm bi, maybe I like both, maybe it's, and the layers that come with every different type of person's experience of this similar awakening. You know, the things that Tara and her girlfriend have to deal with, you know, that are along a different part of the road than like what Charlie's had to deal with because he's been out for a while. And even them having the conversation between Tara and her girlfriends, Tara saying, like, you've been out for way longer than me, and this is hard. You know, I'm still getting adjusted to this. They just find all the great little lifey ways to make each perspective nuanced, and they're not, like, outlandishly different from each other, but they're unique in a way that feels like life. And I think the conflict in this show is handled in a way that feels like, you know, you're, especially when you're in high school, like a lot of normal things in hindsight feel very intense and very pressurized.
Right.
And so like and we've, I think, talked about this before with this show, but yeah, it's the scaling. I think it's well scaled. It's not like catastrophe is always lurking. There could be some kind of catastrophe, but you know, it's more about the ebb and flow of the tension of the moment and the fears that irrationally build before you just talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see the way that they talk because it's, you know, the scenes wind up really lovely and they are able to do what people in life aren't always, which is talk directly to each other for the most part, minus maybe Tao and Elle at the moment. But even, I think the scale of it is both really cozy, but also has the right amount of stuff to make your heart swell and stop at moments when you think something bad's going to happen and maybe it doesn't. And all the Nick and Imogene stuff. There's just so much like really lovely, compassionate writing, and it's also fun and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This is really great. Rooting for Tao, rooting for Elle. And that's another, you know, that's a whole nother nuanced conversation to have about like we grew up best friends. You've transitioned into
hold that
new,
thought. Holy shit, John. God damn,
oh
man,
shit.
You just don't stop.
We got the stuff.
Tara, she's here.
Oh, Tara from the show. Hey, Greg and John. All right, Jen, you read the next sentence.
What are your thoughts on how the show is handling peer pressure? Like when Nick felt obligated to say yes to go on a date with Imogen in front of their friends, and also all the negative comments Tara was getting on Instagram when people learned she was a lesbian. I read the next sentence.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Then I'll read Nikki's name after this, and then you can read the first sentence, and then I'll read. We'll just trade off every sentence, or we can trade off every word.
Yeah, sorry. I just know that Tao thing was coming up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on how the show is handling peer pressure? Like again, it's a very like relatable way, and I think like it's also a good lesson. Like we're in our 30s watching this, and adults don't handle conflict this well.
I know,
and so we watch like teenagers.
I don't handle conflict as well all the time.
Like for Nick to just go to Imogen and tell her directly and have a conversation and not be conflict avoidant because of reasons is like a good thing for people at any age to witness, but especially younger people who probably watch this show. I think that's just such a good thing to see. It's like you can portray the realistic version that most people would do, which is definitely not that. Or, I mean, but that's not to say it's not realistic in the handling. There's a very real world where you can handle it like that, and I like the mature approach to show the possibility of that, whilst on the flip side, with the negative comments that she's getting on Instagram, I mean, that's like my life in every way. You know, I just did a whole video about it, actually. So like, it's the toughest thing to contend with, and it is interesting, as honestly as like as a straight guy. To see some of those comments, like I've never left a comment like that to anyone.
No.
But I do not, as a straight guy, I have noticed from just watching this episode, like, oh, I don't really pay much mind to those kind of comments a woman who has come out gets or a lesbian gets. I don't. And it did dawn on me of like, I don't really pay attention as much to the lesbian struggle as I do the gay guy's struggle.
Sure.
And that, if there's anything in this episode I took away with in terms of a reflective thing, it was that for me. I should probably pay more attention to I don't even think I know any actual lesbians. I know like bisexual women, but I don't know. I don't think I have like a I should get a lesbian friend.
Yeah.
You know?
You should go to lesbianfriendfinder.com.
I got to get a card for everyone That's how you do it.
Yeah, totally.
I gotta get one of each race and one of each sexual orientation,
That's
and
right, you gotta
I'm good to
collect
go.
Collect all the people.
Like Pokemon.
I think, yes, yeah, I support you. I think stuff like this can be really nice because of, it's like not every conflict in our, we're as people generally, we're not always great at speaking clearly on our conflicts. And I think what's great about a show like this is like, it's always helpful, and I find it sort of cathartic and almost therapeutic in a way to just like watch an example of the conversation kind of going well, and here's what you could say. And like stuff like that, you could kind of apply to your own interpersonal experiences and stuff like that. So the whole Nick thing, like I would be very tense being like, oh God, I know I got to go to my bud's birthday party, and I told this girl I would go here, and how do I deal with that? And then like, it's a great scene where they figure that out together, and he's very open with Charlie because he cares that much about him. And yeah, he brings the problem to him, and they work it out. And Charlie's not even super phased. Like throughout the 6th episode especially, like there were times where I was like, oh no, is Charlie gonna retreat or feels some type of way, especially as Nick is working out this stuff with his potential bisexuality. And yet, it's not that, and it's like nice to see some healthy communication happening, and like, him and his mom, Nick and his mom, like that, even though she's clearly sort of, she thinks he must be straight, and there's a pressure that comes out of that. Even still, like her advice and him talking to her is like a tender thing, and informs other developments that happen. And then him telling Imogene, there's just so much great examples of how to communicate these hard things. And I think it's a great function that fiction like this can have, as well as in this show's particular context, providing a spectrum, because I'm sure every queer experience is bespoke, and it depends on, what your gender is that's in conversation with that, and all these other things. So like for a gay guy, a lesbian, a trans person, all these things have to be different, but in a way that has at least some intersectionality of, the queer experience at large. So I don't know. Yeah, I think this is just a really lifey depiction of all that from my limited perspective.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Nikki Sonrisa.
Sup, John and Greg.
Welcome to my favorite 2 episodes of Heartstopper Season 1.
How well do you think Nick handled the Imogen situation?
What would you have done differently, if at all?
I hope you're still enjoying the show.
We are. I am.
I would have bought her a new dog.
That's right. I wouldn't have brought my dog. I would have brought a new dog.
And I would have come with a bunch of different excuses, like, oh, it doesn't work down there for me, so I don't want to, like, hook up with anybody.
Yeah. My genitals were run over by a car when I was 6 years old, and now I don't have anything there.
I'd say lie your way out until you don't have to lie anymore.
Yes.
That's how I do it.
Fake it till you make it.
Every step of the way.
Every time you set something up, make up a different, bigger emergency.
That's how you do it, man.
And then you come back and you're like, you know what? I think if we didn't schedule a date this week, nothing went wrong. I think that's just the universe's way of saying we shouldn't be together,
And then if you're called out on it, you just ignore it publicly. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Just ignore the controversy.
Create
Never
your
acknowledge it.
own
That's how you handle
reality.
it. That's how you handle it, guys.
That's how you handle it.
The Way of the Sociopath by
Hell
Greg
yeah.
Alba.
Woo!
I wonder how I would have handled that. I don't know how I would have handled that. I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, now I would. But at 15 though, Jesus,
good communicator for 15.
It's hard. Like, I've had that. I haven't been in a lot of situations like that, but I've had it like one time. I can like the last time it ever happened. It was one of the most awkward conversations. It's just so hard to have.
Yeah, it sucks.
When you know the person's like super into you.
It sucks.
And everything about like they're pretty and like they're really likable, but I'm just not there.
Yeah.
And it's like to have that conversation is super, super like difficult, but you just got to be honest about it. And the only thing you can do is be honest. So I would have handled it the same way. And, if anything, you got to get out a gay card. Gosh, that's so much better.
Yeah.
Some people probably make that up.
Can't gay.
Can't do it. Secretly gay.
Can't gay.
And then now we're best friends for
Pull the
life.
record, and
because
now
that's
you
what we
know
do.
my secret. You got a hint at my secret, so now we're bonded, and
Yeah.
you're special still. You see, you're still special.
Yeah.
Because I told you.
Unless you're talking about the very public situation where there's people there watching, and you're like, oh, shit, do I say yes? probably would have said
That's, I mean, that's super relatable, dude. Especially,
I probably would have fucking said no.
if you're just opening up this can of worm, like if you're just opening up this side of your life and learning how to understand it, and you got all these dudes around you who are very bro-y anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. At a certain point,
look, John over here.
oh, yeah, what are you doing, eh? What are you doing?
You got away with the
sweet on
lassies that
you,
day,
eh?
yeah.
Oh, when are we going to be buying
bugger
the
off
wedding
here.
china? That would be super duper hard to, like, just be like, sorry, can't, I feel like I would, in the public scenario, you'd probably panic, say yes, and then you go have your private talk with Charlie, and then you go have your private talk with Imogene, and we're good. Like, I think this went about as well as you could expect for kids this age.
Here we go.
All right. Regina. Heartstopper.
Hope
you
are
still
enjoying
the
show.
How
are
you
feeling
about
Tao?
now?
Question marks.
Question marks.
I like him more than I ever have. He's grown on me a lot.
Yeah, dude.
He's a very big protector.
Yeah.
And he's funny. His relationship with Elle is really fun. And I also understand why everyone would be very apprehensive to tell him, because he's got a very confrontational, strong, stubborn personality.
Yes.
Which can be very hard.
Yes.
Like you will get around to it, but you might delay it because you just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, you really need to prep him, and you have to have him in a safe space to really, like, to hash this out.
Yeah, so I understand, but you wanted to elaborate on. I got a question. Now, every once in a while,
I can't tell him apart from you. Yes.
Every once in a while, I like to ask questions on camera that show how uninformed I am, and things I should probably wait till camera's not rolling. But then I'll just do it on camera in hopes that I'm like, hey, maybe this makes me relatable and people will understand what it's like to
no
ask
idea
this
where
question.
this is going.
The person who plays Elle, Elle's the transgender person?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know the proper term. I know dead naming's a thing. How do I talk about before? They were formerly a guy? Is that how they identified? Like they were a boy?
Yes.
And is that actor? Like I'm assuming this is a real transgender person, and they were once a boy, but they were actually
transitioned into being a woman.
Because they look, and now here's the real thing. Greg's afraid to say, because oh man, this is gonna go great. Is like there's a lot of like transgender people where I've met where I'm like, oh damn, I could not tell that they were once a boy or a woman before, and then there are times where like, oh, you can definitely tell. I cannot tell at all. This person. Sure. So that's why I'm asking that question. I guess I didn't do as bad as I thought.
No, I mean,
well, here's what I noticed: a lot of they'll get cast more often.
I wonder if I don't know the actress's backstory super well, but my very uninformed guess would be probably that if you are kind of knowledgeable about this aspect of yourself from a young age and have that support in your life, maybe you do present a different way than if this is a discovery you're making later in life. And I also know that surgery and hormones and stuff like that has developed a lot over time, so I would mostly throw that out to the crowd for more enlightenment on.
But that's my point, is that like I don't get the impression that this character did all that, the surgery and the hormones and everything. But they never mentioned that.
No, and I mean she does present very very
Sounds like
feminine,
new and recent. So I was like, oh damn, like I had like would never have. I'm like, of course you're a woman. One of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my thought process on Elle. It's like Hunter Schafer. Watched 2 seasons of Euphoria, having no idea.
Sure.
I was like, what? I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things too, where you're like, should I be acknowledging that I have any ideas at all, or should I not be? Is it rude to open up this conversation? I don't, especially if your nature is just to want to understand and be a better, human ally, etc., etc. I don't think it's unfair, but it is. It's.
I don't give a shit. If anything, I give a shit if you're getting bullied more than I give a shit if you have done if you do transition. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and for a lot of people up here who haven't grown up with a lot of queer experience directly in their main purview of life, it's stuff that we're all still kind of learning and broadening our
that's
ideas
the thing,
about.
We have an inverse in LA where it's like it is not cool to be homophobic or transphobic or any of that. But those people still exist, and
They're
hear
still
them
out
come
here.
out of conversation.
Oh yes,
you can definitely hear it. You're like, okay, that's the way you think.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of insidious hiding that just below the surface.
Oh, a
you
thousand
know,
%.
and you see who lets their guard up to say some icky shit where and when.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Tao now? And how about Tao now?
I'm enjoying Tao. I mean, I like
How now, cowbrow, Tao now.
I find Tao endearing. I like when people draw characters who have tendencies that could be aggravating, but if handled right, you can kind of see how they're still very lovable and fun. That's right. You are definitely a Tao. Just always in here stepping into Tara's face when she makes fun of me.
No, Tara's a Tao.
Tara's definitely a Tao. When Michael Tesler's making fun of me, Tara goes and says a "your mom" joke. I just think I do love that, like, that freaking guy Harry or Henry, whatever his name is, like, never for like the alpha dick that this guy apparently is. He just never got one ready to sing back at Tao. It's very funny. Yeah, I mean, this episode it's easier to get on board because you see the benefits of his possessiveness, and even though Charlie isn't always like thanks. Him standing up for him, and being so unafraid to just like step to Harry is cool. And yeah, I mean, like all the stuff with him and Elle playing and having fun together, like you see how they're best friends and you can feel the history of them growing up together. But yeah, the budding romance and especially Elle's apprehension to say anything makes a lot of sense. And yeah, like I'm starting to understand Tao, even if I don't always share the, just idea that whatever thing he's doing is like a good idea or not right now. But, I definitely feel for his character.
Well, dude, I would say that you're
he's fun. I like him.
The top comment is something you said.
I know. I screwed up there.
Rare is the day
I screwed up.
Where the top comment is a disagreement with John. And I'm like, phew. Because 99.9% of the time, it's this guy. And then John here.
I feel bad
for a guy who has
called Ben Ilya.
Yeah, it was like the first second you saw him, and you should have known better.
I should have.
First second you saw him.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch this so I know exactly what moment they're talking about.
How dare you? It was the second we got to see Ben, and you were like, "Oh, he must be our Ilya," because there was no implication that he was like a bad guy yet or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
Messed up. How dare you?
Thought, yeah,
you ignorant.
That was a solid.
Fool.
That was a strong prediction. That I was really resting my reputation
fool.
on. Yeah. So
you can't call Barry. Go watch her right now.
I apologize.
Oh, never mind. I was way wrong. It was when he kissed another girl. We knew he was bad, and you call him Ilya.
Hey,
how dare
Nick
you,
can
John?
still be Ilya because he's bi.
Crime.
Nick can be Ilya now
John,
because he's bi. I'm changing it.
Hate you
I'm off the record.
so
I'm on the
much.
record. Is not Ben anymore. Ilya is Nick with way better communication skills.
I've never
off the bat.
I was giving you benefit of the doubt, but now, John,
man, I've messed it up.
Now, if I haven't done it already, I have thrown you under the bus.
That's right, man.
And now I'm going to reverse the bus.
I'm a pariah in the queer
You
community.
overdid.
Everyone in the queer community hates me now.
Yeah.
They're all going to get Tao to come yell at me.
Because when you say, like, if you go to any gay guy, they're like, he called Ben Ilya, they're going to be like, who the fuck is Ben? Heartstopper. I don't even remember that character. That show from 3 years ago?
Screw Ben. Ben sucks. Ilya's a G. But I bet this is the kind of show that's eventually going to humanize Ben in some way.
gay.
And now people are going to come at me again saying it's another hate crime that I would insinuate that he has any humanity in a show that's largely about demonstrating people's humanity.
Nah, man, Ben's gay.
Ben's gay.
They have to show that gay people can be bad, too.
That's right. They can be all the things. Gay people can be bad in a thing where a lot of good gay people also exist.
Yeah.
We see a lot of bad gay people where they're the only gay guy. Like the gay villain of something. But like, you know, have we? You know, Javier Bardem in that James Bond movie is the one gay guy in that movie. Or Hans Gruber's gay.
We didn't see him hook up with a woman.
We didn't. Not once. That whole Christmas party. There's a lot of women at the Christmas party. Hans Gruber, gay as shit. Jafar, gay.
Definitely gay.
Definitely gay.
Scar.
Scar is, yeah.
Definitely
Oh, my
gay.
God. He's an old queen. Hell yeah.
He's like, oh, Mufasa. Where's my hyenas?
I got a bunch of these. I got an army of feral twinks.
Where's my gossiping hyenas?
Scars just hold out in a abandoned gold gym. Yeah, I like Tao now. I like Tao. I like the nuance of Tao.
Tao now.
I want him and Elle to hook up. I think they'll be a good couple. They love each other.
All right, guys. Well, are you gay? Leave your thoughts down below.
How
on
did
what
you
think
celebrate your
about.
15th birthday, gang?
I want to talk to every one of y'all personally in private, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye.
Bye.